Hey, welcome to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. Go ahead and like this video. We're going to wait for some people to get in. Hey, I need y'all to share this video right now. Share this link, man. Get people on this live right now. Hit that like button. We're going to get some more people in here, man. We're going to start it off. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Yeah. Hit that like button. RP Dolph, man. RP all the fallen soldiers, man. RP everybody who lost somebody, man. Hey, you hear me? Hey, y'all gotta pay attention to what's really going on, man. Hey, we're gonna wait for some more people to get in here. Hit that like button. I know a lot of people mad, but it's heating up right now. Yeah, man, everything coming to a realization right now, man. We're about to break it all down for y'all. You see, it's getting solved, man. You gotta watch who you be around. You gotta watch who you keep in your circle, man. You gotta pay attention to what's around you. Stop lacking, man. Stop doing that. Man, I just want to let everybody know, man. All the people Dolph looked out for, man. At the end, it was only a few of them left, man. That was really there from the whole way. You see how all these names came up and all these people that switched sides, switched up on them. Makedas cookies were staged, man. Y'all see how everything was? That car was already in that parking lot, man. We said that from the first video. You see how it was busted up on that front bumper? It was busted up on that front bumper because somebody was already, they were trying to do something. I think they hit somebody. They ran over one of the guys. Yep. There we go, y'all. Now look at this, y'all. Hey, look at this, man. You see that's Maurice's link in there the whole time. That's where he moved it to. It used to be closer to the back, man. The other car I want y'all to pay attention to is right up here, that white one. Hey, I want y'all to hit the like button, subscribe. Hey, shout out to whoever this channel is, man. Like, salute, you know.
Yeah, we want to salute, man. We all working together to get justice for Dolph, man. So, man, right there, you can see it's the dude going through Dolph trunk. He's getting that Chrome Heart backpack that he had, that little, you know how everybody nowadays they be wearing them little fanny packs and everything across their chest. Well, Dolph had a super expensive one. It's Chrome Heart. It's the same one he had at Ruth Chris, the same one he had at the clinic. And in there was a lot of money. It's a lot of money in there. How much money you think you could fit in there if they're all hundreds stacked like that? That's what they just came and took out of that trunk. Like you just saw the dude that's literally his head is right above the Lincoln, and he is standing right behind the Corvette. How did they get the Corvette? They already had the keys to it because Young Dolph brother drove it up. The guy y'all called the security guard, he actually drove that car.
Yeah, he literally was the one, the main the main chess player in this game. And y'all gotta look at the fact that we don't want people to look at it from a negative really like a negative perspective. Y'all gotta look at it from an open-minded perspective and an open-minded view. It's gonna show y'all exactly what's going on if you look in the video. Like, pay attention to this, man.
Yeah, man, and that's crazy because a lot of people missed it at first, and you can see right here, man, his swollen face right above his eye. They didn't Photoshop that good enough. We could tell that it's some like deformities that he had on him, man. They were covering up. The most obvious thing is right over his left eye. It's going to be on the right side of your screen. You see how he has the swollenness right over the eyebrow. That's unnatural. He doesn't have that in the pictures of him with the jewelry on and the yellow and all. Like he doesn't have that in the one where he was there the last time.
So y'all gotta look at the fact that this wasn't even really like, man, it was too much going on in these videos. And why is he looking like that? Why is the man looking like that? Just the whole factor. Like, why is they so quick to put out pictures and videos of him after the fact of what happened?
And you see how his eyes, he's not even looking at the lens. He's looking at something in the back, or either like looking like he's not actually paying attention because he could have already been gone and they stood him up.
They sent him up.
But pay attention to the way his arm is over her shoulder. You're gonna see that same arm later.
You see that arm? If you pay attention to the arm.
It's sticking up, right? With the finger.
Shout out to this channel too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to that channel. You see how his finger is pointing up? You're gonna see his arm from this scene used in the arm with the window. We're gonna show it to y'all. Man, and this guy was really wearing a blue hoodie. That's crazy because they were throwing off the description of the suspects to get you to think that all the people around there are looking for one person when it was really somebody else.
And that was Maurice in the background. And Maurice was the main one.
Exactly, man. Man, it's out there, man. The whole thing is the fact that that white car was there to begin with. Somebody drove it up because they had them dings in the bumper, like they had gotten into it with something right before. Like, who is that? How come those people never came out and moved their car? That car ended up getting towed.
Hey, the same thing that y'all saw is right here.
You see how that arm and the finger is sticking up just like the way it is in the picture of the Ruth Chris. And they conveniently only released it so his arm is in the corner of the picture. this is supposed to be a widescreen security camera. Because remember, ADT, they said that they got the ADT upgraded 4K. Well, those 4K cameras you could purchase from their packages are widescreen. So it would have showed you inside the window. But they chopped it up and put the same arm that was over the lady's shoulder at the Ruth Chris, because it had the watch on and the finger sticking the same way. The gap between his thumb and his index finger is the same. And they just placed it and rotated it to make it look like it's sticking out the window.
And Makeda Raven moved his leg to the right. Like, y'all got to understand, by her even touching him, that literally, like, altered the whole scene. Y'all got to look at the fact that Raven played a big part in what's going on. And she did the interviews saying subliminal things about whatever happened with the Dolph thing. And she wanted people to continue to believe one thing when really something new came out. After something new came out, that's when she wanted people to go back to the previous thing. Why was she so big on that? Like, you got to understand, she was there. She the one helped. She the one grabbed his leg. You got to understand this, man. Those are her people that did this. And everything shows. You have to look at the fact.
Yeah, they had to move the body like that to put him into that area of the front, so that when the firefighter guy and all the paramedic guys pull up, that they can get him from right over there. So everybody thinks it happened right over there. Whole time, when they moved him like that, they didn't even get the arm out the window that good enough. They had to release this picture with extra edits. Like, it wasn't even exactly the same as what they were doing when they moved it.
Hey, what's up? Hey, unmute your thing.
I did. I unmuted this shit. What I'm trying to get at is that
Hey, and cut the music off in your background.
cut the music off. All right. I'm trying to get at is that
And
how.
don't do no cursing, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My bad.
Okay, thank you, beautiful.
Thank you. I'm trying to get at is like how did they cover up all of this stuff within the Memphis police and then they publicize
And don't say the police.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's it. No more.
No more.
Okay. Now you can continue. Thank you.
Okay. But how they covering all of this stuff up and they don't think we're gonna recognize it? Are we not gonna do our homework?
Right. You know, some people don't really take heed to what's really going on,
Right.
and look at the fact that what's been put out there is like
False.
it's showing you like this fugazi, this fake. Like,
They showed us in several different movies that a lot of these celebrities was being, you know what I mean, set up and taken along for the ride. But we just not paying attention to it. We just
yeah,
watching the movies, just paying the money. Like, is that
yeah.
what we're doing here? Like,
And a lot of people they go off like false narratives, and they look at the fact that people ain't
they
aware
are
to
part of the narrative.
yeah, like Ray, you gotta understand, if Raven would have never grabbed his leg, he would have never, like, his arm would have never been out the window like that.
Yeah.
Raven played a big role in this.
I never understood that because I work with, deceased people, and that was place. It's just the way his body was. Like, it just looked at place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you fall, you fall. I'm from Miami, so I done seen quite a few.
Shout out Miami.
I appreciate you. Thank you. But I done seen you fall right where you stand at. You don't really get placed.
Nobody can fall and end up in the position that he just, like, that picture shows that he ended up in. And the fact that, he tried to help so many people out there in Memphis.
And the thing about it is, he brought so much land out there. He was buying so much land out there. I feel like that was another part of the problem why they didn't
Yeah.
want him around. Even with that cookie shop, I don't care.
Yeah, it's a small world. You got to understand these people that were hating on him for this reason probably know the people that hate on him for that reason.
Yeah, like
So,
all
and
of
that
that.
exactly, and that's why we see it to where it's so many different sides and so many different type of groups that are involved in this.
I think, yeah, I think it's something way more than what we finna bargain for. A lot of stuff finna get exposed.
And it's already getting exposed.
It's
They
already getting exposed, but it's finna be like a hat off real soon.
Yes, slowly, and we came a long way. The fact that we seen how these pictures, as soon as that picture came out with the Ruth Chris, it changed everything because now they're trying to like show you a time frame. Like we talked about how what happened the day before and all that. Like what was he doing?
Yeah.
Now they quickly try to come up with some BS to like go for those answers, but then
First it went from
corrupt.
the turkey drive to no turkey drive to going to a turkey drive to you just being in town just riding around for some cookies.
Right. They
You know
made
what I mean? Like,
three
what
different
was you really
turkey
there
drive
for?
banners. It's three different turkey drive banners that they posted on social media. So which one was he supposed to go at? How it makes it hard for the average person to be able to trace back like which turkey drive he went to, where did they get him at? They put so
And
many
I seen the
events in that
proof.
time frame.
I'm just gonna say I seen the proof. I seen the pictures. I seen stamping the proof from somebody that's in that city, in that town, was there. He was
Yeah,
not there at that plaza handing out no turkeys. He
because
did a drive for himself. Him and his lawyer set that up. But I mean his lawyer. But he wasn't at that particular turkey drive that they said he was at that day. And I stand on that and I believe them and they actually have pictures. So I totally believe with a video with them in it saying where
Right.
the turkey's at because I need a turkey today. And I was kind of shocked. And I was
he
like,
like had a personal turkey drive where ain't nobody know about it. He
but
had a turkey
nobody knew
drive
about
in a
it.
whole nother state, and then he support his own state. And I'm trying to figure out like why Dolph ain't like why did like
Make it make
if
sense.
they was into it before Dolph died. You feel me?
Right.
Like
Right.
it shows because
All
Dolph
this,
didn't promote him.
yeah, all this was, I can't say it no nicer. It's just a big old setup.
Exactly. And you see how all the other people who was like Lil Migo and all of them and Kenny
Yeah.
Money and they were all at Turkey Drive. Like all of a sudden, all these people that might have known something was about to happen end up getting alibis that they all at Turkey Drives.
Right. This is what I'm trying to get at. Like all of a sudden, it's
All
just
of a
like
sudden,
now
everybody want to
everybody
be
got
like,
something to vouch for, something
Yeah.
it don't make sense. It never did make sense. And everybody know like by far he was one of my favorites one of my favorite rappers. Like I brought him to like my people, like his music. So it kind of did something to me to know like he is a very kind he even came to our city, did a show, shook my hand, talked to me, everything. Birthday, June, everything. I remember he's real cool, he's a real genuine heart person, and that should never happen to him. And he needs justice.
For
Like, I
real.
don't
Yeah.
care,
And we've been
I
rocking with
almost don't
him.
care how he get it now because it's so corrupt out here. Like who you supposed to trust? But
Exactly.
I just
And
know
we've been
he's gonna
rocking
get
with him.
justice one way or another.
Yeah, we've been rocking with him since that MySpace video, him throwing 5 bands at his first show. He gave away all his people.
I mean, he didn't care about none of that. He was just
yeah,
big,
hey,
genuine,
hey,
hearted.
Ken too. Hey, show your face, bro.
No trolls.
Yeah, yeah, you all good, man. You good on this channel, boy.
Yeah, I was. I've been listening to you, man. I like it where y'all done came from, and y'all the ones ain't been dodging the rocks, man. You know, because the people trying to throw stones and hide their hands with y'all. But I like
Yeah.
what y'all doing, bro. Stay with it. L Dolph, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. People hate the fact that we break it down from every aspect. Every
Yeah.
time we get information, we take all information and we put it in one.
Yeah.
Like, and people can think whatever they want to think. People can say whatever they want to say about this and that. Man, we just trying to like really just piece together everything that they putting out. You feel me?
Yeah,
We not the
that's what.
ones that did it. Like
Yeah, because
they the
like you
ones did it. They putting out the
like
videos, the pictures.
you were
Still
saying,
pictures at that. What are videos
I was
though?
Yeah, like the
I
only videos they like literally the videos they realized they really ain't trying to put out the videos because
I,
they
I tell you, what, I went to school for IT tech and animation.
oh
This is
yeah.
when I was a jet. You can use AutoCAD to still form a picture out of a video at any given time. That's before iPhones and everything else came about. You can do this on the computer. This is what they're there for. They hire IT techs to sit in the police department to do stuff like this. So we don't know what we trusting y'all with and what we not trusting y'all with. They just, oh, we got a surveillance camera and we're gonna put out a few pictures. We don't want the pictures. We want the real cameras. We want the real surveillance that came out the cookie shop, and the one that was hanging on the laundromat. We want all of them. The ones that was hanging off the street poles. We want all of them. Y'all can't
Absolutely.
just cut and edit shit that, excuse me, I'm sorry. Y'all just can't cut and edit stuff that y'all want to and present it to the public like this what y'all got, this what y'all gonna get. That's not right.
And they keep
Yep.
using that
Right.
same graphic designer too, and they doing choppy work, So it's really like,
Like it's quick, like they doing quick. The stuff they doing is like a rush job because
Yeah.
understand, like Raven said out her mouth, everybody knew he was coming to town, so this could have happened anywhere with her big body. Hey, listen, hey Ken too, like real
Yes, sir.
life.
For real.
Hey, like real life. Ain't no way they ain't had nothing to do with it, bro. Because
Not
that's true though.
I I started watching the PWP, and I was on the the little panel with him and whatever, what have we. And I was the one that was telling them like, look, bro, nothing happened for coincidence. You got a 50-round drum. You talking about shooting in the cookie store, and you the only person got killed. That
Come
means that
on
you were
now.
the person they was trying to kill. Now to break it down for people that look at things through uh, uh, blind eyes, I call it. Your eyes wide open, but you still blind, bro. I keep telling people, like, look, if you look at the domino effect that you will see, don't look at who they killed. Look at the rewards they got for the person dying. Everybody in that city that has been connected with that murder has gotten a reward, some kind of reward, bro. And I'm
Yeah,
like, why y'all
they took
rewarding
it
these
back.
people?
They had to because you gotta
Yeah, I mean,
understand. Raven was the one. Like the police grabbed the boom down. Hey, look, them boys grabbed the bag at that trunk, took it in Makedas. You gotta understand. Raven parked in the back. You gotta understand. Trigger trade. I don't care what nobody say. I got sources in Memphis right now. Like I'm FaceTiming them. Like you gotta understand this, man. I'm only 2 hours out of Memphis right now. You feel me? They gotta really pay attention to what's really going on. 901 Trigger Trey got his chains around his neck. Like you can't wear no another man's chain, man. That goes to show that you really have something to do with it. Cause how you get his chain? Ain't nobody sell it to you. He got specific chains with the same logo on it. You cannot have nobody else chain on, man. Don't wear no chains.
like you were saying, man, it's more of a profit deal that went down, bro. Because I don't understand how you can charge the two so-called killers with attempted murder on Dolph. I mean, murder on Dolph, attempted murder on his brother, but you don't put nobody else in the cookie shop on that warrant. Like it was three workers there. Their names should be added to the attempted murder charges for those two dudes if it was a legit murder. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because they
that's a
was in
fact.
the building. They was in the building. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why you don't have those workers' names on that warrant list against them dudes? Because if right is right, you have to put the worker, the man that was in the back, the cash register worker, and whomever was in the shop at the time he got killed because they attempted to murder them, so called. But see, that tell on they self. You saying right now that they killed Dolph. Okay, we know that. But what about those other workers in there? They weren't trying to kill them. We know that. So that means y'all had positioned that man to get eliminated. If anything, y'all was a facilitator. They cookie store was a facilitator. And that's just as bad as murder.
You're right. And the fact
Facilitation.
that they not, and I believe they not releasing the people, the rest of the people putting them on that attempted, because then that means they'd have to give away the fact that Maurice was inside. Because you got to look at it. This reason why there are certain facts aren't being released is because that could go back to damage the narrative that was first put out.
And see, when you say, when they go on they online like, oh, you bashing me, you blasting me, everything that went on in this trial or this investigation or whatever we want to call it, the bloggers, whatever we want to call it, everything went on was what they said, what videos they put out, and that's their content. So you either lying on yourself. They lying on themselves. They telling lies. Once you tell one lie, you gotta tell multiple lies to keep the other lie from being exposed. We watching the dominoes. We watching the dominoes fall. We just don't want to pay attention to it because we hate that it happened, bro. But we got to face the facts. The man was inside job murdered. He was executed inside job. Everybody he trusted, I don't know, but it seems like you're the only one dead. So the ones that was around you, you shouldn't have trusted. We can't say that. But what we can say is they had something to do with it because they was a facilitator to the position of him being executed. That's all I can say.
Revolving door. It's a revolving door for the same countless stuff that's going on. We don't need that to really be going on at this time. We just lost so many people, but you got to understand, we just lost people in our personal families. Y'all got to understand the simple fact that if a person don't look and analyze something, regardless of if it's something that happened to somebody or something, like, you got to really be aware of what's really going on, man. This is real. Like, life's real. Like, people think this is a game, man. You don't want to get caught up and be a victim.
Because I was doing my, like, how we started, everybody getting information, collecting information, Facebook, and every day in Memphis, all you had to do was watch Channel 3, and it'll expose somebody that had something to do with that cookie shop. It was somebody getting killed from across the street from turning in the car. It was a guy dropped off at the hospital by an unknown car at like 12:45. That's around the time that Dolph got shot. He died. Don't nobody, they didn't say who died, who got dropped off. Evidently, it's all in the same. Yeah, and they trying to cover it up.
The ball guy. Y'all got to look at the fact that the ball guy was the main one. He was riding around. He was the driver. Y'all got to look. I kept saying the getaway driver was the dude who worked for the center. Y'all got to look at the fact the dude who do the editing and all that, man, he went out his way to do that. Like, he went out his way to realize.
You have to lay eyes on somebody in order to get their structure and their, yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, Malton, you got anything to say? Molton? What you think about all this?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, you guys are on point. First of all, I wanted to start off by saying that Roof Chris incident that you all put up. That, hey, I remember a video you had about almost 5 months ago when it first started. Man, y'all was on the money when y'all said that they drugged Dolph and Makedas. That's exactly what happened. And you're right. They did snuff us out of the information all the way up until the point that the Roof Chris incident had to be the actual
right. Why they had to wait to
the actual destination, final destination for Dolph. And that's messed up.
Why would you put the beginning at the last and the last at the beginning and then
because they wanna throw us off. That's
no.
Right. Go ahead and finish talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, they want to throw us off and have us. Yes, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, okay, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you the Roof Chris incident. I saw a guy that was an insider up in Memphis. He said, "quote that the incident in which it happened in Roof Chris actually happened." But guess what? He said that landmark and where they when you go in see the floor of Roof Chris, he said it looked like the back of Privé. You know that's the restaurant yogotti mama owned, right? And then yeah, y'all right. He was on that scene because it's got a bald headed guy eating at that dinner table, man, and it's got another guy tied up in the corner.
Maurice was
Y'all didn't
cooking.
catch
You
that,
gotta
did you?
understand, Maurice was cooking up in the kitchen. Maurice was cooking in the kitchen. Y'all gotta understand this, man.
Yeah,
Yep,
Hey, I
yep.
don't even care no more.
cause
I had to put that
cause
out there, man. They ain't want me to
cause
put
see,
it out there, but
Because
I
it was
had
a guy with dreads and it looked like Maurice. I ain't gonna lie.
because bro,
because
the
Maurice got a
autopsy.
certain walk. Maurice's leg is
Like it
like
was.
one of his legs,
Look,
like he gotta wear a heel. Like you
look,
gotta pay
the
attention, man.
autopsy. To say what you said, the autopsy showed to where he had a lot of holes that wasn't bullet holes. They just vanished into the screen. So what I did, I read the autopsy and I got to thinking like, was they draining this dude or torturing this dude? Because he had a lot of holes that was symmetrical to like if you was trying to drain a body for blood, like they was draining his blood.
Yeah.
Now I'm not a crazy theorist or nothing like that, but I will admit, bro, there's some weird shit be going on with them people when they in that society, that secret society
Hey,
type shit.
I don't know nothing about that.
But
Won't
I'm
know
just
nothing about
saying,
that.
I
I'm just saying,
mean,
there's some weird shit.
yeah,
That's
it
on,
is.
Yeah, it's some
Yeah,
weird shit. I
yeah,
know
it's
I
weird,
got
but
the
All of
rules.
hey,
them was to the
look what
center mass of
it
his body.
Yeah.
say the city crazy. What you say?
I said all of them was to the center mass of his body. Like it wasn't like up or down. They kept saying like he took a headshot where his autopsy said he died from everything was from the center mass. So they would have to be doing like this,
straight ahead,
like
not
you
laying
said,
down.
sir, going like poking. And I'm a medical assistant, so I now that you say that, yeah,
30, 30 centimeters in and it disappears into the tissue. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Pig
Right,
lines.
very exact, man.
You
You
ever heard
can't
of pig
rule
line?
anything. Yeah, you can't rule out
it's
a lot
crazy.
of the stuff because it's certain information where if you got enough, experience with certain things, man, you could piece it together to say, just like how you said,
Yeah.
medical assistant. If you know your things, you
And that's
actually
something
be
that
able to
they
notice
teach
them.
us because it is
Yeah.
it's a maneuver. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm about to say it. It's a maneuvering pit.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, 4 centimeters up from the wrist. Another 6 centimeters up from the wrist. It was two on the right arm and the left arm, exactly in the inside of the forearm. I'm like, man, that's pig line,
Yep.
bro. Like, why do we have pig lines in it? But he got shot. Like, I'm trying to figure out. It's not making sense because they said it
Yeah.
has no gunpowder residue. It has no nothing like that. And I'm like, bro,
We run dialysis like that. Dialysis is just what that is to take all
but
the
And where was he at the clinic a couple
Where
days
was
or
he at the
whatever?
clinic? It's starting
yes,
together.
So why is the and this is another thing too is that I mean, let's say if he was at the clinic and something went down there, then that means they trying to tell you, oh no, it happened at his own people's. It happened with these guys, not us. We're a clean image,
Because hey, look, if he was donating and doing all this just because he took pictures with them people, y'all gotta look at the fact they took that bag. They took that bag, went to Ruth Chris, had Maurice cooking. Y'all gotta look at the fact that it may sound like people can say whatever they want to say. Like we spit facts, and it's this shit feel like a movie. That's why everything that come out, it sound like it's cap. It's this that. Y'all can say motherfucker lying, whatever. Ain't nobody lying about nothing. This is the stuff that's coming out. You feel me? Like straight like that.
and the locations went
Right. And what would you
clinic,
get? Right. Why would you
Ruth Chris, then Makedas. Just
Why
keep
did
that
it?
in mind.
Why did it start at the clinic?
Clinic, Ruth Chris, then Makedas is what we thinking is where the last places were. Go ahead,
right?
Mo.
Eh, where do you get the best drugs at? If
Hey,
you wanted to
see,
drug somebody, where you get the best drugs at? How can you get a man
see
the
at the
drugs
clinic.
without him knowing it? You can get them best drugs at the hospital. Like it ain't nothing,
Oh,
bro.
no, oh, yeah, yeah.
Y'all,
Hey,
I can say y'all
They
forget
hey,
about
can
the
do
Michael
that and
Jackson
stuff like
case.
that too, but yeah, we ain't
Shoot,
gonna.
how he got
Yeah,
his
nah,
trauma.
nah, 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 nah. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that like that. But if you around people that's in the medical field and you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
make something happen, that
Mm-hmm.
them are the best people to make things happen. You get
Exactly.
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
how.
What to do?
That's how
So
they was able to
Happened.
put
Yeah,
the
you
stuff in the cookies at
yeah,
Makedas.
I'm
no,
trying to
and
tell
see, then like just like you said,
right.
you
Well,
might have got a drink at Ludacris that was
hey,
laced up real good.
you.
You said ludicrous.
Ludicrous, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
I don't wanna, I'm just gonna say Ludacris because I want to
Okay.
keep their names, and you know how they
Yeah,
trying to
keep that
come
name.
back in.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
just
tell
give them
his story.
yeah,
just
yeah. I want to
yeah,
make
give any name.
popularity of them
You know
either.
what? Speaking of
You
that restaurant,
old school. You
and
remember how we used to say whoop de whoop and blase
Yeah,
blase.
blase, blase, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
they like he was
Ludacris,
Yeah,
at the whoop de whoop at the
yeah.
blase
We don't want to
blase.
say
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, Black Youngsta actually has a song where he
we'll
say
just call it
he's at Ruth
RC
Chris all the time.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
fake
that
steakhouse.
the
Yep.
fake steak.
And Black Youngsta always at the Ruth Chris. He got that song
Steakhouse.
where he say, "I'm cooking chickens at the Ruth Chris" or something like that. So, what? Yeah, man. Like it's only I think it's
He
only
probably
one
was
Ruth
in
Chris
back
in every
trying to
state.
cook up both of them.
Right. So you're telling me his ops already had affiliation with one of the last few places he was at?
and everybody knew he was on his way out there. Everybody
And
knew
see,
Dolph was gonna come out there. It's no had nothing. It's already out there, so people can cut it.
so like I'm figuring, right? We Dolph had 3 phones. I'm wondering why the family haven't released his phone calls just to help the people find out what happened. I mean, somebody that's in the charge of his estate should just lease his his messages. Because if somebody was sending him death threats and
T-Mobile
stuff like
did,
that,
man. Hey, look up Young Dolph, Black Youngster, T-Mobile Records, and y'all
okay,
gonna
okay,
find it. That's all y'all got
okay,
to do. Just like how I was just showing y'all this right here. Wait, hold on. That right
yeah,
there, like that's the same way. Like this is the same way, y'all. Like y'all got to look at the fact. Like they tripping. Like people realize got to open. Look at this thing on top of his head, y'all. What
that's
it
how.
look, man? That ain't
That's
you.
how, ain't it?
You don't supposed to have that wrapped up on top of your head, man, like that on top of your forehead, leaning off like that. You don't.
But ain't that
And
how?
especially if you do something, it's distinctive when you're doing something. You gotta understand. He know how to wrap that up real quick. That's what he did when he went back in there to change. You gotta understand, man. He had the store phone in his hand in front of the post. Hey, the people. Hey, you can't do that, man. You gotta understand why they let him go back in there. And then when he went back in there, you see dude taking the watch off his arm. Come on now, what you gotta take the watch off the arm? But what do the watch on the arm got to do with anything?
Right.
Right.
I'm
You
wondering
gotta
why
understand.
they
You see?
like I said, man. They know they robbed that guy, man, and that's accessory right there. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, they
why they
did.
pretending like they clean because they didn't pull the trigger. Like
Right. Act
everything
like
you
you don't
done
see the
after that trigger.
GoFundMe.
Yeah. Now see that's the kick part. Why do
Yeah.
you
The
need
GoFundMe.
money?
For
Why do
real.
you need money? What do you need money for?
And how much money and Dolph family got no money, but they get money.
None. But why your biz everybody knew the pandemic had hurt business. Everybody knew that. I knew you were struggling. They're not running there buying cookies like that. But at the same time, what do you mean you need money for the work all the workers in your family, but they're not on the list of the warrants? So I don't think they need no grievance. If they're
And you
not
know,
on the paper saying they had charged somebody shot at them, why are we gonna give you money to get health mental health if you're not on the paper and you're not a victim?
you're exactly right.
uh,
I think
why
that
Exactly.
would we
is
pay?
some sort of front because somebody already proved like a few months ago they have 3 to 4 different names under Makedas where they like purposely spell it wrong. They put a period in it and put the middle name in it.
Oh yeah, I heard
They
that
took
too.
the
Yep,
they
you're
got
right.
Yeah,
the
cause
loans from all
And
those
I'm and I
guys. They were money hungry at that time, man. You got to
Yeah.
understand they're
I,
about to close down and just go all invest into downtown.
hey man, y'all been on it. That's a detective's car. I seen when they did a shooting in Memphis, and the detectives drive those cars.
Hey,
Because it.
the corners drive those cars too, man. Stop playing with
So
me.
what is he doing on the scene?
Any city in the USA, when they buy vehicles, they buy Ford trucks and Ford Fusions. You look at the garbage people that come, the city park people, they drive the basic Ford trucks. These are the type of cars that them boys be riding around. UCs, any kind of people who want to get something done under the radar, they drive one of them. It's written off through our taxes anyways, but they post it up. Why is it all dinged up? Okay, if it belonged and registered to MPD, why is it dinged up in the front? Can they provide a report from the accident from that bumper? Because any company I ever worked for and got a company car, if something ding happened, a scratch, I have to put a report saying that. So we should be able to figure out where that ding came from. If they want to say they can't give that up, then you can't rule out that they could have hit someone, hit something, or got involved in some kind of chase.
That's what they said. They said that when the calls was coming in, hold on right quick, when the calls was coming in, that it was a white car spotted going opposite direction of what the shots was called in.
Yeah, they kept saying that it was
the white car.
No, that's the white car that was driving to Moneybaggyo, like where Moneybaggyo, like you remember I told y'all they was following behind each other going to Yogotti shop, man.
Yeah.
Look at the fact that it was like 7 cars out there, and all of them was part of Moneybaggyo now.
When somebody yelled out "White Mustang" in one of the first videos that came out, the people
that's supposed to belong to a dude named Devin Cole, man. I looked that up.
Moneybaggyo also got a white Corvette. So they could have been trying to they could have been slipping up, almost give out Moneybaggyo Corvette. Last second they changed it to Mustang, but the whole time they're supposed to be diverting and talking about the white bands. So now you got this white car and 2 other white coupes.
But you know what? That white Mustang came across the 911 tapes.
See, okay.
Yeah, and why didn't the white Mercedes come across
that? That's what I'm talking about. That's the report that I'm talking about when you said the white Mustang came across the report.
The 911.
They talking about, oh no, it went this way, then it went that way. I'm like, you can't split a car, so which way is it going?
And you know something else? They found an abandoned car. Somebody was test driving on that same airway. All them cars was found. Like it was abandoned cars and everything that day.
These guys threw a car ring out there, man. That's one of the most popular activities out there right now, man. They give you up to 30 bands for a Hellcat right now. So if you're sitting in the hood and there's dealerships all around you and all these rappers got money and you could just walk up and act like in test drive, go do something.
Yeah, and if you making plays that day, you know, you can go down to the car lot and get you old play car, no tag, and smash around in.
And you could get a showing at an apartment rental, and now you got a place to do something and a car to pull up in. Just like that.
See, and you gotta understand, Raven, she the one that issued all the money out because she got most of her money through, like literally the GoFundMe. You gotta understand when she set that up, it was like her setting up a GoFundMe for Dolph.
You know,
it was for Makedas. When Makedas had that much damage.
You know, when we used to be in high school and it'd be the day before a game and somebody will put something up on the page like, yeah, we're gonna take him out. Yeah. They did the exact same thing because that big body sitting on Chrome, that's what I call her. She posted, I'm ready for the
you talking about Big Funky.
Big Funky. Yeah, big body sitting on Chrome. Sitting on Chrome. She's just big in her body and she's sitting on Chrome. That's it. Yeah. She put up a post saying, like, I'm ready for the blessings that are correct to come. And then bam, this dude died. You get GoFundMe's out the ass. You got your best friend telling on you, like, keep your mouth shut. Like
that means she ain't never had none with us.
They rookies.
Hey, look, no, Raggedy. That's what she is.
Oh yeah, Raggedy. That's the right artwork.
Raggedy, the Raggedy do that. Like you gotta understand, she ain't never had none. She barely
had a
nice looking car. They was driving that Raggedy Ford car, man. That Ford truck, man. You gotta understand, man. Ain't no way you with this dude and he acting like he a rapper and he want to be like another man. And he's sitting there driving this regular truck. Y'all sharing the truck to drive to work. Y'all gotta understand, man. That ain't right.
And she wanna
But
keep. She act like her reputation is good while it's posts on the internet still of her back page account.
Man,
but
I got so many sources, man. These her boyfriends that she was cheating on Trick or Trade with. They sending me pictures of her. I'm talking about, gee, y'all gotta go
I
subscribe.
don't want to see it.
See,
I don't
y'all
want to see it.
gotta go
I
subscribe.
want to see it.
Look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what her pictures look to me like. Okay, watch. Everybody, look at this. This is what her pictures look like to me.
Oh,
You see that?
Right.
You see
oh,
that?
pile of
Man,
trash.
That's what she looked like to me. I'm
Oh,
just. Hey, I just. Hey, I didn't say it. Hey,
Yeah.
but man, it's
hey,
crazy though because how far people be willing to go to cover up
for a
something
dollar.
and for $1. And the thing is like you could read. Some people could read people well. The type of people that only respond when a certain truth come out. That's the type of guilty people because she's only responding when a certain real like key info that could really like break it all open.
And jeopardize the whole operation that
Cause,
she was paid to keep intact. You gotta understand these key players in this chess game.
Her
cause
job,
that's like.
five
That's
jobs.
like.
She's business. She's the operator, the manager of operations for the cookie
Cause
store.
see,
So
I
keep
want to
that in
know
mind. She
how.
can operate this
I,
as a thing.
I want to know how stupid they playing those people. Those people in Memphis are not stupid. But if you got problems at one store, you think you can open another store in the same city? Like you ain't gonna have the same problems because you down the street.
Man,
I'm
they
like
took that
scratching my head,
saying
like,
down.
Hello.
bro, is you serious? Common sense tell you that if you got to shut shop down and leave, if
Yeah,
you know,
what
like
happened to
that.
the other one?
Man, they not
But
finna take no sign down and say, yeah, we gonna open right back up. They want never finna open back up after they did that to Young Dog. Like y'all,
I,
you
And
gotta understand.
then
All
the
her
part where
family
they
was
made
involved in it.
cookies in his name,
oh,
that
that's
and this didn't
disrespectful.
really
Bag
anger
of
me,
his
but
name.
that.
That That's disrespect. Oh, it happened quick. Oh, it happened quick.
Yeah,
Everything she said,
that still anger me. Give me goosebumps right now. That y'all made
bro.
cookies
It
in
was
this
quick.
man
We
name
thought it was gonna be long, but it was quick.
Yeah,
And
it
the
was. It
reason
happened
it was
quick.
quick was because we set it up.
same day.
Yeah.
And the thing was
Yeah.
too is
They asked
you
me.
know you gotta
They had it
understand
all planned out.
that
Hey, you know how what she said? She sat there and said, "You know what? Like she when she was planning it. This is her exact words. She said, "Okay, he gonna come here and he gonna be here. He gonna think I'm just here alone again, like the first time when he was in a white truck with the jewelry on, and I made him promote the business. I'm gonna try to get him back and let him do the same thing, but this time it's gonna be different. Watch he come back, and next thing you know, he came back, and that's what happened."
all of the same with the Ruth Chris management. They said, "Oh, we know we can get him to come and do a small meet and greet, take these little pictures, da da da." Right? Then they said, "Then all we got to do is just pass him off to go end up at being at Makedas after that." Then to make it look like he just did a real visitation of all the places, right?
Yeah.
But the whole time they knew he was coming, and they know that if he's buying all these buildings, what's to say that he can't be the next best restaurant or buy them out or try to basically get more areas, right? And if it's if the Makedas got ties to those street groups, right, and they put the cookie out with Dolph name, people in the streets always name their product after the oppositions that they have.
Hello. Yeah.
Smoking on
Yeah,
such and such.
Hit that like button, hit
I
that
think they
subscribe button.
hits where they get the name from Makedas from a past along loved
that's
one.
another tragedy that happened a long time ago.
Yeah,
But
a long time ago,
that's a
apparently, and that they still getting the dates wrong on where she passed away. What was it, like 1990, 1991, 1992? They still
around that
playing with the
time.
dates or
Yeah.
They be
something.
lying. Listen to me. They be
They don't
lying.
even know.
You can't believe them. You
Right,
cannot
can't believe
believe
them.
none of them and their family. Look how Maurice got that thing wrapped around the top of his head. You can't believe
See,
nobody who got
I
that on top of their head.
the power that be said that if we can get these people to do this, that we can clean the whole street of Memphis because of the fact that we can get the gun violence taken care of. We can
But
get
they
both
acting like
groups
he the
going.
only one that was out there. Yo
Yeah,
Gotti
No,
was
he
out there too.
no
Yo
no.
Gotti was
See,
the
it's so
main one.
ain't it?
yes. See, yo, that's when they take their pet and they kick the pet outside. The pet been in the house. See, your guy, it might be a pet for him. You know what I'm saying? He let him do. They let him do what he do. You give us this man who's really creating problems for us because we
Mhm.
we we. We losing property. We need this property to build this new tourist thing. We're gonna put up Mississippi River. We're gonna flood the Mississippi. We're gonna make
Right.
it into a Memphis into a tourist spot. But this guy is causing problems because he's investing his money in the city. We don't need no investment from the city. They need the feds to come in and take over that city. You get what I'm
And the,
saying? So
yes, and the
how can we
reason
get the
they
feds in here? We
so
have to
now the
make it,
reason why they let CMG go for so long, not to cut you off, is that
yeah.
because to answer your question is because Yo Gotti back in I think it was in 2013 or 2016, he actually sued Young Dolph for some reason, and at that time, Young Dolph came on his Instagram and it's still on there, and you will go and you'll see in that video he's talking about how I can't believe I just got back in Memphis and got served papers and Yo Gotti trying to sue me. And he was talking about how he ratted on him for all these things that's written in the affidavit. Now, Young Dolph ended up not like he literally basically shut that thing down. He didn't try to go after and retaliate or nothing. He said, look, you could try this, but here, we'll handle that. But he exposed to show that he was all that Yo Gotti and CMG was already on one side with that city. And going forth from there, back in 2012, the Fed seized 130K from Dolph. He was riding in a Rolls Royce. They stopped him. And that was one of the first time he was really up, like big money, right? And they took 130K. He did go to court for it because it was a civil forfeiture, but he had to go and fight to prove that money was legit, even though he had the bank statements. And so, but they ended up still taking it. Now, that's where the feud started. And since Yo Gotti cooperated with them, they let him get a pass. And then you see what happens now.
Hey, if it was a bus called Rico, I can tell you it's on its way to Memphis.
Honestly. And you see
Yeah,
they
it
doing
seemed
it
like
to
a
the whole
big wipe
Southeast.
out to
Rico
me.
on Atlanta. Rico on this guy.
Yeah,
Man, what's his name? Even poor little Raw Wave. He caught up
yeah,
now, man.
yeah.
Who's next? Gunna, man. Dude just
Broad
went to
Wave, Gucci,
Lucci,
Gunna, all
Casanova, everybody.
it's a lot of
Yep.
them.
Who's left? That
Cause
whole Southeast is cleared up. Now they can go back and get and man, all that stuff they left and they that got taken is billions right now.
yeah, and see, like like I know, the government broke, the feds broke. They need money. What's the best way to get money? Go ahead and rob your suppliers, the ones you was giving a yay to. Go ahead and rob them back because they couldn't have got all that stuff without the government. So
Yeah, and they
now
don't want
the government like we're gonna call all our markers in. All those guys was markers, and you can see it.
you can. And they don't want to, it's better for their business if people that are just average, right, or like every day don't see somebody that could come up like that way out of the hood and then be able to do something. But then they'll be like, oh, okay, it's better if I just, stay in my lane right now. And because at the end of the day, even somebody as good as 21 Savage or whatever still gets sent out the country. Pick your fan, right? Pick your rapper. Like if you got a role model this day and age, they're trying to destroy the role model.
Yeah.
So now that way people don't know no better than to just keep going, keep going to work, don't speak out, don't go against the grain, basically, until
because because if you're using the music that they put out in the last 2 years, you can get a whole Rico indictment on just the music itself,
Just the music.
right.
just the lyrics. Like
Just the
real
music.
talk, just
But
the
this is
lyrics will get them a lot of time, bro.
Yeah.
see now they could put movies out of the craziest things happening to high figures and all that, but not happen to them. But if somebody sings a little song or a melody and tries to create the art, they want to use it against. So it's like how many rock stars have said they were angry and wanted to do this, right? How many of them get charged up? How
Yeah,
many
because you know
country stars,
Eminem wrote a whole song about killing his wife.
and you don't see Eminem getting swept?
Nah, it's
detail.
they using that like I'm predicting. You can mark me down for this. They're gonna use this to get rid of CMG and get rid of paper route. They're gonna use this incident to get rid of every entertainer that's out there that's in the, you know, call themselves what they doing sliding. They finna go because it's more popular to go after the bad guy now. Because, you know, look who we got lead, the baddest guy in the world. And it's more to the point where they broke, they need money. The underground has more money than the government. So the cartels and stuff, they're gonna get pushed. And the younger ones are the one. I mean, the younger ones meaning the ones just got in the game and just the front man for the money. They finna get turned in. They finna collect all assets. They finna get rid of all participants, and they just gonna sit back because what the people did, they bit the apple, bro, and they wasn't ready for the taste. They got in too much. They too deep. This
And
is
what
some real
happens
stuff.
next is it's basically next man up though for what's going on. Like just because these people get taken out, oh, somebody else is like, okay, now it's my turn, right? And then they just need the crime to keep happening, right? So they can keep getting, because if things is like, if now you could go to Cali and you could be like Wiz Khalifa or whatever, right? They can't get you for that. But then they're gonna try to get you for something else. Then they're trying to unlock the use of your lyrics. Because a lot of these people, they're getting brand deals now. They're getting sponsorships now. And they're really not doing a foot in the streets no more. So it's like, how could we get them if they're clean, if they have a clean image now?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And basically, it's a revolving door, man, and that's why it's happening to every place. But it started here, and I think the biggest one was Dolph out of all of them, man. And the fact
Because
that
it was so sloppy. I feel like it was a lot of it being sloppy and then a lot of it being greed too. That pushes the beat in a public eye and have us to have all these questions and question stuff. See, that's what they did it wrong. They did it sloppy.
it was a rush. It was a rush.
I'm not gonna lie, you know.
It was a big
Rest
move
in
that
quote,
was
peace,
about to be made.
Biggie. Rest in peace, Paul. Rest in peace, Mo. Rest in peace, all them boys. Yeah, them boys got took out.
and to quote Big Body sitting on Chrome, it
Big
has to
body.
be done. It has to be done by election time.
Exactly. Boom.
Wow.
That's
Remember
because
that
the
song?
ladies.
Wow.
He said, "I'm more important than the mayor" in the song.
Yes.
So
So
how did
so
you feel about that? What did he want to do after that?
yeah, and they are protecting us. They are protecting us. Who are they? And why does it have to be done before election time?
Yeah, how did Ray
Why,
know
body?
Right, buddy.
How did she know that? How did
Yeah.
Raggedy know that?
Yeah, raggedy.
So I'm trying to figure out that it's like they slipped up. They should never even speak. Like, I don't understand, man. If this was going on, I don't know what makes you want to go. If you're actually this close to what happened, what makes you want to come out and keep talking? Unless she has some kind. They have an amnesty on certain.
Mm-hmm. So y'all gotta really pay attention to that. That's real
Yep.
life.
It's an old saying, but it's been around. You either get down or lay down. And a lot of them laid down. They got down. They got down. So all the ones that was with it, they got down. Now the ones that's dead, they laid down. So you can see it. It's no secrets, man. Like I said, if you coming to kill one man and you just coming to kill that man gonna die. But if you just coming to kill, more people should have died. That's all I'm saying. Like more people should have died. I'd have feel a lot better if like maybe one of the cookie workers would have got hit or something like that. You could have gave me
make it seem
make it make
believable or
sense.
something. Yeah, make it make
I
sense.
don't
That's why I
believe
keep
the story.
saying like you had a drum, automatic guns, and about four men, 3 men. It don't matter. One would have did the job. That bullet would have caught somebody else in that cookie shop.
They intended it for it to be just some weekend news and everybody go back to
like brush it up underneath the rug. Like, another rapper just got killed.
No,
No,
because
this don't make sense.
this man is different, man. You gotta understand the type
Very.
of influence he got.
And he's very intelligent.
Yeah.
That's
All
what they
right.
didn't put. Yeah, he's very,
Yep.
very
They
intelligent.
showed Dolph around his neighborhood with no shirt on at a gas station, bro. I don't believe he died. He accidentally was murdered in a cookie store. I just don't. I know he was in the store. I know he died in the store, but the place and the city that he died in, that's unbelievable, bro.
I
Because this man,
don't even believe that he took his last breath in a cookie shot. I feel like where they first originally started getting, they got 7 calls, and the only reason why I remember 7 calls is because it's one of my lucky numbers. They got 7 calls from this one location, and it was in the location of a house.
Mm.
So that was 12 minutes away from the cookie shop.
to be
You
even
tell
more,
me,
yeah, like you said, to be more messier. Why was the dispatch call routed to the North Precinct instead of Memphis
Yeah,
Precinct
I would like for
right
you.
down the street?
Let
they
me ask
right down the street. I was
you.
getting ready to say that. They right down the street. It would have took them
Let you
no
guys
time to
go.
get there.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut you guys off. Let me
okay.
add him to the chat. What's up, bro? Hey, I would like for you guys to bless the chat. Can you please bless the chat? Listen, we're gonna see you
Yeah,
guys
man.
later.
What's happening, y'all? My bad.
We'll be live
But
later on, man. Bless the chat.